We're talking cross country on this edition of our Bulls Digital Update, and we welcome in head coach Vicki Mitchell. Always good to check in with you. And we talk about indoor track and outdoor track, and now we get to talk about cross country, primarily, Vicki, because you've got one of the biggest events of the year on the schedule coming up on Friday. Tell us about the Stampede.
Yeah, it's one of the annual things we look forward to each year is our home UB Stampede invite. This year it's going to be held Friday morning over at the Audubon Golf Course. New course for us this year will be the site of the 2017 NCAA qualifying meet for us, and it should be a fast, spectator-friendly course, and we're excited.
What's the challenge in getting a golf course ready for a cross-country meet?
Getting the flagging and the paint down on the course when the golfers are not there. So I'm in the wee hours of the night marking the golf course with
because golfers
headlamps.
are always there.
Golfers are always there. I'm amazed at that, but flashlights and headlamps get me through the course.
Give everybody an idea, because I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with Audubon as a golf course, but give us an idea of how you utilize the golf course for this.
Yeah, one of the things that Audubon is great for is we have a layout that is essentially a loop-style course. So the spectators that come are going to be able to see the runners 5 or 6 times during the race with very little movement. So it allows, I think, it's spectator-friendly and causes a lot of excitement. And for the runners, it gives them constant feedback.
Last year, your team placed second, both the men and the women overall, in the UB Stampede. So what are your expectations for this year?
New set of teams coming in. We have University of Connecticut coming in, Duquesne University, some schools from Ontario. And I'm not one to make predictions. Our goals is to have a highly competitive team and compete to our fullest abilities.
Who are some of the top runners that we should be looking for?
For the men, some of our returning back into the lineup, Brian Crimmins, a common name we heard during the track season. Crimmins will be back there. Tyler Shemming's going to be back there. Justin Van Epps. And on the women's side, Megan Hopkins, Rachel Barrett, Corinne Burchard, Amy Shaw. We got all of our top runners are returning from last year, so it should provide a really exciting season for us.
All right, some of the team members did get a meet under their belt last weekend. That was the Harry Lang invite that you had some of your younger runners take part in. Give us a sense on how that went.
It went great. For the men, our goal was to just run essentially what we would call a negative split race, where they start a little bit conservative and move throughout the 4-mile race. And while performance-wise, 4th out of 6 teams, that doesn't really represent where they're at because they were pretty conservative in the first couple of miles. But we ran 7 freshman men at that race. The women, we took it out just slightly more aggressive in the first mile. We came out second place, and 5 of our top 6 finishers were freshmen for us, and that was real exciting. I think it gave those freshmen the opportunity to get out and establish themselves and understand what college racing is about. So I was very pleased across the board with both groups.
So overall, now that your young runners have gotten a meet under their belt, then they get to be home at the Stampede this weekend. Give me a sense of what you're thinking about and your expectations are for this overall season.
They're big. Both for Coach Lidslavin and myself, we have very, very high expectations. Again, all of our top returners from last year are back, or all of our top runners from last year are back, and we're expecting to not only move up in the Mid-American Conference at the conference championships, but also in the Northeast region. The team is excited. We have more depth to both squads than we've ever had before, and while we don't want any injuries, if there was one, it probably won't be as devastating as it was last year.
All right, well, we're looking forward to it. Looking forward to get a chance to see Vicki's cross-country teams perform here at Audubon Golf Course. It's the UB Stampede, and it is Friday morning. Can't wait to find out how it all went when we catch up with you again.
Great. Thank you, Paul.
Vicki Mitchell is the head coach of the UB cross-country team. We thank her for joining us on this Bulls Digital Update.